Hello everyone, and welcome to my Duel Today official news channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Kayla leaves her yellow roses at the workplace, so Steve brings them home for her. She ignores him while she browses on her iPad. He's sorry to let her down, but he was worried about losing his son. She will forgive him because she loves him and she knows he regrets what he did. But she must continue to be enraged with him for the rest of the day. She takes the flowers from his hand after thanking him for them. Tate goes to the pub with John and Marlena to eat. How does he feel about not being able to see Holly? Marlena asks. He claims that although it's unfortunate that Holly is his friend, it's probably for the best. Maggie tells Holly at the Kiriaki's mansion how proud she is of her for being clean about the drugs. Holly texts Tate, "I've got to get out of here," as she heads to buy them tea and lemon bars. Stephanie is stopped in the square by Everett, who apologizes for everything. He is aware that it has been difficult for her and that it has strained her bond with Jada. Stephanie firmly informs him that they have resolved the issue and that he need not worry about it. She wants to know, though, if he still feels something for Jada. Everett is perplexed as to how he could feel anything for a stranger. She questions why he didn't sign the divorce decree at that time. Everett isn't going to fake the name of a man he's never even met. As Stephanie notes, he is familiar with him. "We identified him as Robert Stein." Everett stifles her with harshness, his expression darkening. "Don't refer to me like that. Never refer to me in that manner again." Arriving at Harris's room above the pub, a flustered Ava pulls him into a kiss. Steve tells Kayla everything about Constantine, John, and Katharina's deaths because he's still in the doghouse. He neglected to cope with his own remorse and shame since he was occupied with keeping John safe for so long. It's about time he did. Tate tells his grandparents, after receiving Holly's SMS, that he has to go study with a buddy. Before Tate gets up to grab more water, he and John joke about. Marlena, by herself, remarks on how good it is to see John smiling. John claims he gained some perspective from his conversation with Harris. He's making an effort to remind himself that he was also a victim. And perhaps he can do the same if Constantine is able to pardon him. A photo of Katharina is being looked at mournfully by Constantine in his chamber in the Kiriaki's house. Though he feigned otherwise, he will never be able to forgive her killer. Gazing upon the temple card, he remembers how it transformed John into the pawn. He vows to get revenge for the passing of his beloved daughter. Tate texts Holly to say he will see her in the park in 10 minutes. Constantine joins Maggie when she returns to the Kiriaki's living room with tea and lemon bars. Holly makes Constantine think about his daughter. Holly gives her justifications and heads straight home. Steve tells Kayla at their house that he doesn't think Constantine will forgive John. Kayla unlocks the door for John before heading out to meet Stephanie. As she leaves, she gives him a furious shoulder punch. It dawns on John that Steve told her everything. Steve brings them beers after confirming. After telling Kayla the truth, he feels as though a weight has been taken off. Stephanie apologizes cautiously to Everett in the square for offending him. Regaining his composure, he apologizes and attributes it to stress. He is currently scheduled to see Dr. Evans for another appointment. Stephanie looks bewildered as she watches him dash off. Ava tells Harris how much he means to her as they lay in bed together in each other's arms. Even in difficult situations, she is confident that he won't desert her. Is she? He wonders. She maintains that her lack of a place to live is the sole issue affecting her. He extends a stay with me invitation. Tate and Holly cross paths in the park. They both concur that being opposed by their parents to their love has only strengthened their desire to be together. After sharing a kiss, Tate brings some snacks from Sweet Bits, and they sit on the bench. Tate and Holly snuggle close, while Holly pulls on his sweatshirt. Everett says, "Wishing I were anyone but me," when he first encounters Marlena in her office. He acknowledges that while he was hypnotized, he saw himself staring back at him and is curious as to what that meant. Marlena speculates that he is having difficulty juggling his dual lives and his unresolved affections for Jada. She asks if he wants to give hypnosis another go. He walks away after saying that some things are better left unseen. Kayla attempts to comprehend all Stephanie tells her about Everett/Bobby while enjoying coffee in the square. Uncomfortably shifting, Kayla tells Marlena that she inquired whether she felt Everett was pretending to have memory loss. Although Marlena was unsure of the answer, she did not discount it. Tate and Holly close in to kiss at the park, but they break up when Kayla and Stephanie come up. The teenagers beg that they keep their sightings of each other from their parents. Agreeing, the Johnson women take off. Tate and Holly also decide to part ways and share a kiss. Kayla regrets not informing Tate and Holly's parents that she and Holly were seen back in the square. Stephanie agrees, but contrasts that with everyone's earlier advice to Kayla to avoid Steve. She even notices the similarities between Everett and herself. Acknowledge that she is the one telling herself to back off. Despite knowing that she should despise him, Stephanie finds herself drawn to him and sympathetic to his situation. Although Kayla is pleased of her sensitivity, she also wants to protect her and advise her to go on. Texting Tripp while in bed, Ava says she's found a spot to say. She tells Harris that Clyde called her to do another job for him as she starts to worry that he might still be out there. Steve and John reminisce about Katharina's passing in his kitchen. Steve speculates that another person might have been present and might be hiding a very sinister secret. Steve suggests one of Stefano's men instead of Victor. John pauses to think before recommending Katharina's mother. They make the decision to find her. Maggie is informed by Constantine in the Kiriakis mansion that he cannot obtain an extension for his expired travel visa. He must depart from Salem. Days of Our Lives spoilers for the week of April 15th to 19th indicate that Julie Williams will crash the honeymoon at the Horton cabin, where she and Johnny and Chanel DiMera will become stranded in the snowstorm. After Chanel disappears during that snowstorm, there will be a lot of worries, and Paulina Price, Jackie Harry, who has been placed in isolation, will become involved in the hunt. Brady Black and Teresa Donovan will attempt to establish the law in order to prevent Tate Black, Leo Howard, from being with Holly Jonas. Sloan Peterson Brady will be Stephen DiMera's defense attorney, according to teasers for other days, so she'll be grateful for the additional cash. Eric Brady, on the other hand, will get increasingly perplexed by the money trail he finds himself on. Sloan will find it difficult to conceal her payments to Leo Stark, since Eric will keep probing into his family's money. Chad DiMera and Xander Cook won't let EJ DiMera go quickly after his press conference. EJ might have to respond to inquiries from the media and clarify some of the railroading he has been doing in his role as Salem's district attorney if Xander and Chad stop him from leaving quickly. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and don't miss any updates.